And talking about what you said earlier about the vision, that's something that, that's one of the first things I've written down is like, okay, so what do fathers really need? And they don't even think about. And that's
Mm-hmm.
a vision. They don't even think about a vision for themselves. They don't even think about, definitely don't think about a vision for their kids. So, well, you know what? Maybe it's even better. I didn't have that question, but let's start with that. So, can you explain for the people, what does it mean to have a vision? Why is
Yeah.
it so important, and how can that help them in being a better father? And in my opinion,
Right.
what makes you a fearless father?
Right. So there was a king in Israel, 2,000, 3,000 years ago, a guy named Solomon, King Solomon. He was said to be the wisest king that ever lived. And he wrote a book called the Book of Proverbs. And in Proverbs, he wrote, without a vision, the people perish. And that is something that we have to think about because it was written by a man said to be the smartest man that ever lived. So what does that mean, without a vision, the people perish? Well, I think about lemmings running off a cliff, right? These lemmings have no idea where they're going, and it's indicative to their culture that they jump off cliffs and die. So are we lemmings? Are we being lemmings in our life? Are we just sort of like rushing to relax, right? Your whole goal is about getting to Saturday and relaxing. Maybe your whole goal is getting to Saturday and going dirt bike riding or surfing, or maybe, you're saying to yourself, if I can just keep having fun, then I'm doing okay. Whereas the other person says, if I can just be relaxing, then I must be doing okay, right? Other men might say things like, if I can just be working, then I know I'm going to be doing okay. And it's like, this is the dad who works on vacation. He talks on the phone while his kids are at the beach. But in his heart, he's not trying to be an unattentive dad. He's just trying to make sure the kids always have money, right? The kids always have their thing. These tend to be men without vision, right? There isn't a clear vision of where your family is headed. And you have got to have that picture in your mind, that end result that you're looking to achieve. And that end result changes who you are as a dad, and it forms who your kids end up becoming. So here's what I mean by that. When you sit down with your wife and you have a vision meeting, right? You want to talk about your financial picture. And we're talking about a snapshot. The more detailed you get, the better it is. But just keep it real high level. What type of money are we making per year? How many hours are we working? Okay, so you look at that financial picture. A lot of people say, "Oh, we're making $1 million," and we never work. We're never working. I hope you're making $500,000 now, if that's what you're saying. Right? Because you don't want to do pie in the sky. You want to be realistic with yourself, right? Like realistic, but stretch. So you say, look, in 5 years, this family we're making $250,000 a year, working no more than 30 hours a week. We have an RV, right? And all of our kids have straight A's. All of our kids have websites, and our oldest kid has a YouTube channel that's already making $100 a month, right? That's a vision for your family. That's a vision idea. Maybe some of you guys are soccer players, football players, right? So it's like, all right, well, at our house, we're very into soccer. We're very into football, right? So it's like, look, we want all the kids playing on the A team, right? The first string team. And we want like a soccer is life attitude in the house. We want soccer posters. We want soccer shirts. Like it's a soccer culture. So what does this do for us? Well, it means when we go, before we go to soccer practice, all of my kids have to practice juggling, right? Before they go. They got to practice their footwork before they go. It means that discipline, like when they get in trouble, when they get disciplined, it's soccer drills, And when we go to buy them clothes, right? It's like, well, we create we buy them soccer gear. We buy them, a Messi shirt, right? A Ronaldo shirt. So these decisions form who our kids become. Our kids remember, right? Our kids remember, man, my dad set a goal for us to be soccer players. And that's what we did. He was there at every game. He was watching us at every practice. And my dad is my coach, right? And you have that ideal relationship with your kids. It changes who you are as a person because now you have direction with your purchase decisions. Oh, this weekend I was hoping we could crash on the couch, maybe watch a few shows, maybe get a pizza later. That changes to, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to go play some soccer in the morning. After that, I want to take a look at the soccer stats, and then after that, maybe we can relax, watch a show together, right? So it's changing who you are as a person because you're getting off the couch. You're. I'm not trying to knock like an active, like we surf. If that's part of your vision, but if you're just surfing to just go have fun, because you don't want to be working and you're not like really listening to your kids and your wife and what they want to do, then you're in that Peter Pan zone. You're in the I don't want to grow up zone. Like you've got to like have a goal for what you're trying to reach. And a goal is not a clean house, guys. A goal is not, I want to get the garage clean. That's not what I'm talking about. You want to get the garage clean because why? Well, I want the kids to be able to dribble indoors when the summertime heat gets bad. Boom. Now we have a goal. Now we have a vision for why the garage should be clean and why it should stay clean, right? So you've got to have a vision for your family. And you know, what we've done with our family is we have sort of like these standards that they need to hit every year, grade-wise, but also accomplishment-wise. Like at the end of the year, you need to have 20 videos uploaded to your channel, right? Kanan's got one. He started it. He was so excited. Then he lost his GoPro, and everything changed, right? So having that vision helps us to make these decisions in all areas of our life. And when our kids have graduated middle school, they've accomplished things. They have websites and they have YouTube channels, maybe Instagrams. By high school, now the high school requirement is a business. Our kids, our standard is by the time you graduate high school, you need to have a business that's generated $20,000 in revenue, right? So now they've got a YouTube channel, an Instagram channel, and a website. And by the way, when I say middle school, I'm talking 8th grade. When they graduate 8th grade, now you can get your Instagram channel. Now you can have your YouTube channel. Now you go into high school with a working website, a YouTube channel, Instagram, and the skills to know how to use it. So now they've got to learn how to make revenue, and they could graduate high school without ever having to get a job, ever having to go to college, and still, you know, and being one of the most productive members of society, right? And all because of your vision as a father. Now, maybe it's not website design on YouTube. Maybe it's by the end of middle school, each kid needs to know how to make a wood shelf. You know, maybe you're a woodworker or more of a handyman. By 8th grade, every kid needs to know how to change a tire, fix a sink, and replace a window. That's good business. That's great business. You know, that's something. Handiwork. It's a skill will never go away. It's always going to be around, even when there's robots, because there will be people, you just can't wait for the robot. I need to fix it now. You grab your screwdriver, your hammer, and you go. Plus, what happens when the robot breaks down, right? You're going to fix that robot. So those are skills that are great. You know, you got to find like where your family's headed and create a vision based on that.
Nice. I'm loving it. I'm so happy that you started off with, I want to talk about vision. Because I've been looking like, how can I ask somebody, because of course I'm inviting people and I don't know them. I know them because I read their websites and I read their stuff and you listen, but this kind of stuff, of course, you're never going to know. How are they doing this? How are they doing this? I'm still thinking about how am I going to teach this, because I want to teach it. And I'm working on this. I got a year plan for my 5-year-old. I'm doing it from 5 to 6 or from year to year, not from like 2018, but I do it for their birthdays. We have a little bit of time for myself, for my own visions. And now my 2-year-old, who's going to be 3, so I have a half-year plan for him, where I want them to be. So I'm so happy you brought this up. So thanks for that. It's awesome. I'm hoping everybody's listening to this because, it's going to help you so much. It's going to even make you more relaxed, or at least that's the feeling that I have now. It's like you're more relaxed because you actually know immediately, like, what are you going to do and why you're doing it. So awesome.